may not stop it. If I
Yeah.
block it, it may not stop it.
Yeah. So
You
you
know
have to.
I am. I know where you are. I mean,
Yeah.
that's why I said it runs the gamut.
Yeah.
People are crazy.
Yeah.
They'll find it. If it was something ulterior, let's just say, you know, devil's advocate. If he had an ulterior motive and he wanted something more devious, I know where you are. And I'm not saying that either one of those things is going to stop the behavior or the contact in any way, but do what makes you feel comfortable and safe. You said no, I don't want to do it. If you don't want to even contact him to say no, you don't have to. You don't have to do any of it.
Don't do none of it. I'm still on a don't do none of it. You know, people have ulterior motives. And like I said, if that person really, you know, true love is about really, blah, blah, blah. True love is about loving the person if it hurts you, meaning if you know your presence, you've caused enough pain for this person, releasing them is a true act of love. Yeah. So this I need to talk to you is to me just another manipulative action to ploy whatever reaction that you're looking for. So, you know, to protect your own heart, mind, and soul, I would block and move on.
Amen. Amen. All right. So tonight we also have some more juicy things to talk about.
Fem Talk Nation, you see my face.
We had to do that one twice.
See all our face.
We had to do that one twice for this hot topic. Yes. So listen, before we get into this topic, we just wanted to say that if anyone out there, this is very serious, if anyone out there has or is experiencing any domestic violence and you need to reach out to someone, you need to get help, there is a line that you can call. You see that as 800-799-7233, or you can text 88788. Make sure that you do that to get the help that you need so that you can get yourself out of a situation that could be potentially severe. We want everybody out there to be safe. And we know that everybody has the right to be safe and to not be harmed by anybody else's hands. So just wanted to say that. But we wanted to talk tonight about the Diddy and Cassie video that was released recently. Last week, they released a video with Diddy assaulting Cassie in a hotel, in the hotel hallway, no doubt, that was caught on the hotel camera. So there's no denying this whatsoever. This wasn't, you know, somebody taking it with their phone and he can say that, you know, it was botched or anything. This was caught on the hotel cameras in their hallway, several different views of this video. And of course, we are not going to show the video to protect you know, Cassie and what she had to go through. But Diddy was denying the claims initially, and he denied it in the lawsuit, and then now has, you know, rebutted and come back and given a social media apology, which in my opinion, and I'm saying it this way, in my opinion, did not seem sincere. And why wait until now to come out with this apology, noting that, you know, you're in this lawsuit, these were claims, right, already, and now because this video has been released, now you want to apologize when before you said it didn't happen.
It was such a thinly veiled apology anyway. It was, I'm apologizing to the public because you found out that I beat her. I'm sorry you found that out.
You know, you found out, and I'm a pig. I'm a pig. I'm no good. Right. I'm the scum of the earth. And oh well, let me try to get that up.
Exactly. I thought I had paid these people enough money so I didn't have to apologize to you. But
so they would hide the video, but I guess it got out anyway.
What in the world? I don't even.
And these are the opinions of Fem Talk, everyone. So just to make that clear, this is not the opinions of the network or the broadcast. So we just want to make that clear. But there's no denying what the public has seen now, right? There's absolutely no denying it now. So he had to come out with that half.
Well, come out for what? Come on, he had to come out. He didn't have to come out.
Apology. Excuse my language.
He came out to try to he came out to try to attempt to salvage whatever he thinks is left of his career and anybody seeing him in any different way. He is done. He is totally done. There is no, I mean, it is a done deal. There was all the speculations. Yeah. And one answer, jail. Exactly. Now it's time for your tail to go and sit and rot because, I mean, there's one thing when you don't know and you just hear the rumors, and the rumors have been escalating for the longest time.
Yeah.
But to now see what you did and just a whole, he didn't even have no clothes on. You know, she was making an escape.
One shoe.
That's what I said.
She was making an escape.
Yeah.
And this, you know what, saw it and ran his tail after her to let her know I control you.
Yeah.
That was an act of
control. And he didn't even have clothes on. He put a towel around him and ran after her.
A towel on. And my speculation is, if I'm in the shower naked or anywhere in the hotel naked and I didn't see you walk out, who told you I walked out? Or because I'm escaping, so I'm not gonna slam the door and walk out angry. I'm leaving. You in the shower. I know what you've been doing, so I'm getting out of here. Who told you I left out? How did you hear? Or did you just happen to come out, see I'm gone, and chase me down?
I think he saw her leaving because it didn't appear that somebody else was with them.
Right.
I'm assuming if somebody else is with them, somebody would have, his peeps would have ran after him to kind of, you know, protect the whole.
No, I don't.
That's what they do. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think anybody was there. I think he saw that she was running and, you know, like escaping, and then ran after her. Who knows what was going on? But I just thought that was most.
I don't put it past the people to help. After we
that's what I'm saying. I think if somebody was there, they would have helped him in some way. You know what I'm saying? But I just thought it was just this.
That's crazy.
Disgraceful.
To say the least advice, take the stairs when
right. Run down the stairs.
Take the stairs when in trouble. Don't wait for the elevator.
But listen,
she did that. Yes, she did. She waited for the elevator, and that's when he came. That's right.
That's why I said run, boo. I feel like she was not, you know, she was taking her time. She figured, oh, he's in the shower. This is my chance. Let me get the hell out of here. She wasn't like, oh, I'm skulking away. I don't know.
But we don't know what transpired before the video, right? We don't know how everything happened before the video. What we do know, right? What we do know is that he beat her, he kicked her, and he dragged her, and he threw something heavy at her as well. So we do know all of that from the video. What I want to say to flip this on his head is, still to this day, and I've been saying this since she came out with it, kudos to Cassie. We give her all the applause and all the praise for having the courage, no matter what time went by, to be able to come out, especially against somebody with this level of, you know, I want to say what he thinks is grandeur, right? He's finding out now that that is not the case. But somebody in, you know, the public eye who has a lot of money and has a little bit of power at that time, or so he thought he did, right? For her to come out and be able to bring this story out, not only to bring light to what happened to her, to bring light to what potentially happened to other women that have been with him. And hopefully, if it did happen to somebody else, they will come out and they will speak about it, and to make sure that it does not happen again. So kudos to you, Cassie.
I'm telling you, I agree with, he did this before, and he if he had the chance, he would do it again.
Right.
You know, once an abuser at that, you know, and that kind of venom, that don't go away.
And arrogance. And arrogance.
And it's his level of power that he think, right. And I agree, Jen, that I'm glad she did get the courage to leave. And I hope that's an encouragement to other women to not even put up with that. Yeah. But I think at this point, just to see him rot would be, you know, totally something he deserves. Totally something he deserves. So
Well,
I don't know.
Yeah.
That
to add,
it was
to
just
add to the other speculations, like I said prior to the show airing, if he go to jail, he'll be with all the men he want to be with. And that's Shima's opinion.
And
Not
on
Fem
that
Talk.
note, we're going to change the
And on
subject
that note,
here.
we move over.
So, moving right along, we want to talk about the cover of Sports Illustrated. Gail King, at 69 years old, has made the cover of Sports Illustrated and graced the pages inside of Sports Illustrated in about 5 or 6 different bathing suits. To me, she looks amazing. You could tell that she was a little bit out of her comfort
Yes.
zone, but she looks great. And I want to give it to Sports Illustrated. Now, giving another kudos, want to give it to Sports Illustrated for recognizing these women in their golden years,
Yes.
right? And gracing the cover. We had Martha Stewart there previously, months earlier, and now Gail King. So want to give it to Sports Illustrated. Look at that! Look at that!
Hey, Miss
69
I ain't
King.
mad
years
at her.
old.
She look cute. She
She
cute.
looks beautiful.
All
She
right,
She
Miss
cute.
looks
King.
she looks beautiful. So we
And
want
I
to
think
just
that encourages women just
Yes.
to, own their bodies.
yeah.
Um, 69 is the new 35 or 40.
39. I think we just taking 20 off now. We taking 30 because I'll do it.
I mean, it's I think it's saying a lot. A lot of women are owning themselves. I have to say, I went on vacation and I went to Fort Lauderdale and I went to Miami Beach. Women are out there with bikinis that back in the day would never have worn, and I was like, "Go ahead, boo, go ahead with you." People are feeling, this. I'm thankful that people are learning to not allow social media to dictate what beautiful looks like.
Right.
Amen.
And I think this is another expression of this is beautiful at 69. This is
Right.
beautiful, and it's her body. Ain't you can tell that ain't she probably don't have no surgery being done. It's just all her, and I applaud that because she took care of her body to look like that at 69. Girl, you got it going on. I
Yes.
ain't
Right.
I ain't mad at you.
She
So,
looks great. She looks great. So tonight, everyone, we are doing part 2 of natural healing
Ooh, ooh.
methods, and we have Linnell Osinga back with us tonight because I mean, listen, she was so amazing last week and giving so many great tips for us to use in order to take care of ourselves holistically. So we had to ask her back. Hello, Linnell.
Hi, everyone. I was like, sitting here listening to hot topics, and I'm thinking, wow, I'm really outside of this realm of life. I have no idea really what's going on. Like the whole thing with Gail King, I was like, I looked it up really quick. I was like, hold on, let me see these pictures real quick before you post it. I was like, oh, she does look beautiful, right? And I do love, like you said, that she embraced her body just the way it is. And I love that Sports Illustrated decided to embrace somebody so much mature, so
Yeah.
mature for her age that they said, let's just shine light on that. So that was beautiful. Diddy and the Cassidy thing. I wait for my son to kind of fill me in on on all of that. Like I'm like, huh? The thing last week with Drake and I can't think of his name right now, but I was like, yeah, and I was like, wait for my son to kind of tell me like what's going on, what's happening. That's kind of like our catch up, so I can kind of understand what's happening in the world because I just don't watch anything. I don't try to bring any of that around me, so I just kind of just wait, and then I'm like, oh, what happened? And I got to get caught up. So thank you all so much.
Yes. Well, listen,
Catch up too, listen.
that just lends to who you are too, because
Right.
that lends to that holistic lifestyle. And you were talking backstage last week about protecting your peace and your family's
Yeah.
peace. So that definitely lends to just living holistically, because part of it is having a positive mind, keeping your
Yes.
mind fresh and healed and renewed and peaceful. So it really speaks to who you are overall.
Yeah, we just really it's funny because I was so big growing up just on like watching television and different movies and all types of stuff. And then like as we kind of like got older in the journey of life, it's like we got into that less. Like I don't watch television and much. I'm definitely not on social media unless I'm trying to learn something. Like I said, I'm not oblivious to what's happening in the world. Like I mean, I get it, but I just try to do my best not to allow it to to be in my circle, to be around me too much, because the negativity around that is just so
Yeah.
horrible. Like
Oh,
what is happening, right now with not only Cassidy, but the others, right? The others that are involved with P. Diddy, Sean Combs, Love, whatever you want to call him. He's got all these names. But like it's just so scary. Like my son has showed me a video of like Justin Bieber when he was younger, right? In the studio looking so afraid because he showed up, right? It's like, come on now, like, come on, why are we not protecting people, especially the young ones, around
Right.
all these innocentness that they're coming into the game wanting to
yeah.
just sing, right? They're wanting to show their talent, and yet they're put in this lifestyle that they're not ready for, and so I went back and I did a little bit of research just because I was like curious, and Usher did an interview talking about how, like, when he came in the game and he got with P. Diddy, like he was young. I think he was like 13 or something like that.
Right.
And he was introduced to like strippers and drugs and smoking and all types of stuff. And he was like, only thing I wanted to do was get in the studio and just record. And it's like he said, he was grateful for just the legends that he got to be around, so many legends.
Wow.
But besides that, just the in
Exposure.
itself, he was
Yeah.
not ready, the exposure for all of that. And so the more I think about that, I enjoy my peace. I enjoy just being to myself, right? And just because
Right.
at the end of the day, I have enough drama within myself. I really do. I got enough issues, okay, that I am trying to work through from my past.
Don't we all?
Okay. I do not have time to really just indulge myself into having to think about other people that have nothing to do with my life. And so I'm like, I got drama with my own kids and my husband. We got enough right here. I'm good. I'm good.
Agree.
So leading into that, just thinking about that piece that you're protecting, and some of the things that you were sharing last week, and some things that came up for people as they were watching you last week. People want, I guess, to reiterate some of the natural ways to treat like their mood and their mental stability.
Oh, I forgot. Oh, I forgot it because I want to show you guys my little saffron.
Mhm.
So saffron is huge. It's like look at you.
I listen.
Yes, you did. So
I
you
did
wanted to
both.
Yeah, I got that too.
I love it. I love it.
Wait.
Oh.
Oh, she got more.
Oh, I love it. Yes. So behind
I'm
scenes,
learning.
okay, we're all in this little chat here, and I sent that to the ladies, like, hey, this is what I use. That
Yes.
black seed oil, I'm telling you all, it really does work. My daughter has been on so many pain medications since she was 5 years old when she had the stroke. And at that time we weren't holistic. We were just like whatever the doctor said, we were listening to. And then finally, like I said, as the years kind of like, I'm trying to get away from all these prescription drugs. And I came across black seed oil. And for her, as I was telling the ladies, it does say take 1 teaspoon, right? And you may see a difference because you're like, oh, that's all I need. But for my daughter, because she stays in so much pain, she needs 2 tablespoons. And we just kind of, we started off with the 1 teaspoon and we just started adding. And then she got to her sweet spot, which is the 2 tablespoons. And she's like, oh, this is perfect. She has energy to get up when she has to go to work. Her pain level, she can deal with the kids because she works in the nursery. And so so she was like, I can now move. My feet don't hurt. My back don't hurt. And I mean, she was waking up every day with pain, and she's only 19. So it really did affect her body, and it gave her energy. And like she said, she was like, I feel so good in my body every single day since I've been taking this. And before, she was on a lot of medications that try to help, kind of like let it be less tense in her body, but it didn't really help. I'm gonna be honest with you, because she was still in pain. I would still pick her up and she'd be drained and she'd be like in a mood, and I'm like, oh, I hate this mood that you're in. So saffron it's an herb that you get. It's red, and you can put it in your tea and you drink it, and next thing you know, you feel the mood changing your body. People in India, they actually put it in their coffee. They actually take it and they put it in their coffee. Yeah. And it actually will take kind of like that bitterness that coffee has to it. And it actually like not sweetens it, but it kind of like helps make it smooth, like a real smooth. So people in India, they use it to put in their coffee.
Yeah.
So that's just another tidbit.
Some good cream.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've had it, so it's really yummy.
Very nice. So people were also asking which castor oils and how are castor oils good for inflammation?
Oh,
Mhm.
so for you can use I personally I get the 7 mineral castor oil. I like it. It's 32 ounces. It's
Hey,
like
but show that one again. I have that one
24
too.
bucks. Yes, that's the one. And it's like I think like 24 bucks the most. I mean, you might get a deal sometimes, but and
Right.
they sell different ones. So not only castor oil, but they have almond oil, neem oil, they have Jamaican castor oil. They have several, okay? But the castor oil itself is like an inflammation plant. It's a plant that you pull from the root and you put it on your body and it kind of like goes into the body and then pulls out the inflammation that you have
Mm,
in your body.
mm.
And that's the part that I love within it because yes, it's very greasy, very, very greasy. I actually just sent one to my mom, which I will let you guys know about once she tells me it's working. Because she was like, that's the only thing she didn't like. It was so thick. She didn't like how thick it was. She know it works, but she's like, God, this one is really thick.
Right.
Can you find one that's like a little thinner? So I went on and there was a company called Yokin. It's called Yokin right here. So I tried it and I said, let me see. So I sent her the castor oil and she did. She said it is thinner, then it's not so thick, than
Mhm.
the one you got. But she said that, so far so good. She likes what it's doing to her body and she likes the feeling of it. She doesn't see a big difference except for it's a little thinner. This right here is Castile soap, which is something I'm trying. I just ordered this. I just wanted to see if I like this brand of the Yokin. I will still order that one though. But I just wanted to try this out. And the reason I switched over to Castile oil is because the ingredients are basically just oils. So it's organic olive oil, it is organic jojoba oil, it's castor oil, coconut oil, argan oil, and vegetable oil all in one. And you can use
Mm.
this inside of your laundry detergent. You can use this inside to wash your hair. You can use this to wash your face. You can use it to wash your clothes, and you can wash your dishes, your floors. This is like a one-stop shop right here. And there's no harsh chemicals in it. That's what I love about it. And you could dilute it, just need a little bit. It goes a long
Wow.
way.
I love it.
Wow.
That
I
was
love it.
awesome.
So the Jamaican black castor oil should work for menstrual cramps as well.
Yeah, you can use that. Oh, there was something else I found for menstrual
So,
cramps.
ooh.
I know. It was something I had read today, and I was like, oh, and I forgot to write it down. There's so much. My daughter just had actually eye surgery yesterday on both of
Oh,
her eyes.
congratulations.
Great. Wow.
So she had that, and my son is actually going through this. My youngest is going through a sore throat situation. It's just like a lot in here, and I'm like,
Mm.
let me heal you over here, and onions over here, and okay, I got this. And then I was teaching my third child. He was like, yeah, it's his day to cook, and so he was like, I want to make egg roll bowls, and I'm like,
Mm.
we got
Okay.
this. Let's do it quick. All right, but
They
yeah.
are really cooking.
So oh yeah, it's good for them to learn early how to cook, and especially naturally, so that way when they start seeing the food and it's brought
Mhm.
to them at the restaurant, they're like, that don't look like what I made. I'm like, and it don't taste like that either. So
Right.
go home and fix it yourself. But if you use the castor oil for just like pain, use it for cramps. You can actually, if you want to, you can actually take a teaspoon of it and it can go internally and help you with your organs inside. Not only in the outside it works, but it also, if you take it inside, it helps. That black seed oil, you drink that. I do put a little bit on my face, but you actually take a teaspoon and you drink that down. It's
Mm,
good for you. Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
And you said that will help. There is that will help with menstrual cramps. You said.
The
Yes.
black seed
The
oil.
black seed
Okay.
oil.
Black seed oil.
Tasty.
Yes, you could take that.
Okay, I know what I'm ordering. But we have a question. Any herbal recommendations for headaches and migraines relief?
Oh, so yeah, riboflavin. If you take
Oh yeah.
riboflavin, that right there is really good for migraines. It's another plant called feverfew, which is like a dandelion family. You can take that and you can You can, if you want to take a dandelion, you can actually eat those, as long as
There,
it's
yes,
clean.
they are edible.
You can clean that up if you want to and eat it and let the natural herbs go down your body. A lot of people don't realize the plants that you see outside, it really is good for you. But I know they're not gonna tell y'all that, but it really is. But the feverfew is really good for headaches, and the riboflavin. My daughter actually uses that at night instead of her using the night meds that they prescribed for her, which was clonidine and amitriptyline. I don't know if anybody heard of those. She stopped taking those, and she takes riboflavin, and excuse me, it helps with migraines gone, and her body is able to like basically sleep. She can now sleep without having the prescription medicine.
Can you spell that one? I
Yes.
got the riboflavin, but the other one.
Oh, you're talking about feverfew. So fever, Fever, and then FEW.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Feverfew.
Just as it sounds.
It's fine.
Yeah. And we
So,
stopped taking aspirin. That was another thing too. So I got away from aspirin and we started taking this thing called Nasprin. So my daughter, to kind of keep her blood from not clotting,
mhm.
because of the stroke. So we got Nasprin, which is similar to aspirin, except for it's a plant. So that's what we started doing. And it just really just helps keep her blood just flowing. And like I said, that it won't clot. That was the biggest thing. Yeah.
That's awesome. That is
That is
awesome.
awesome.
We're gonna take a quick commercial break, everybody. Don't go anywhere because I know you want to hear more about how to heal yourself naturally. So here we go. And we are back, everyone. So let's bring everybody back in because we do not want to delay this conversation on how to heal yourself naturally. All right. All right. All right.
One thing I wanted to also, because Jen asked how to relieve them headaches and migraines. One of the things that and I use a lot of essential oil blends. And the recipe I use, and most of my things are topical, so you'll roll it on you. So it's a combination of peppermint essential oil, lavender, eucalyptus, some jojoba oil in a bowl, and you put that all together with some kind of oil that brings it all together. Like you could use coconut oil or some other kind of oil just to blend it all together. And I use that at my temples. I smell it first. So I take a good smell of it, I put it on my hand, I smell it first, and then I put it on my temples. And all of those together, the peppermint, the lavender, eucalyptus, all have those natural healing, and the smell and then the penetration usually relieves the and I have a lot of migraines, and they actually do relieve my migraines and my sinus headaches. I get a lot of sinus headaches around the season. And this, again, the smell and then the penetration helps me with my migraines.
Thank you. I'm so
Awesome.
trying it.
Awesome.
Is there like a company that you get your essential oils from?
I go online. I go online. I've walked, because it's hard to find them. So I
Yes.
go online. I find, it has to be 100%. Every once in a while, I'll go to, some of those stores that sell them. You got to watch what stores have them. But, I pray when I go in and out. So I'm okay. But I'm looking for the 100%. I have a picture. I have tons of oils. It's not
Okay.
cheap, but because you need the blends to make certain things. So similar to you, um, I was having issues with pain. I was having issues with my son has eczema very, badly. So does my daughter. So do I. So again, trying to find, and we were being given medicines. I mean, my son was getting injections for his eczema and other issues in his scalp, and nothing was working. And I, like you, I said, I can't do this anymore. Went online, found out about essential oils, and started making blends of
Mm.
oils that would address the different issues. So, depending on the type of issue, I look up what oils are best for that. I look up a recipe for it because you have to know what kind of how many drops to put in for as you put them together. And I started creating different blends for pain, eczema, migraines, acne, and a few others. Arthritis. Arthritis is another one. Made a blend for that, and I'm telling you, it's amazing how it works, and it's very similar to what you've been teaching us is
Yeah.
the ingestion or the topical right on
Right.
your body.
Yep.
Yeah.
Is all the things that they don't want to tell us, right? They don't want us to just
Right.
naturally just do for ourselves. Because if you naturally start learning how to take care of yourself, you don't need them, right?
Mhm.
Which means
Right, you
that
don't
the
need them.
symptoms, you don't
And
need
the thing about it, the medicines, they're not addressing some of these things. They're just
no.
giving you. I remember I had a tub
Nothing.
of something for the eczema. And and actually a couple like it's a year and a half ago, I started getting inflamed. Like literally you would see yep, I gave one to Nick for pain.
Mhm.
Um, and I would see my skin would raise. So you would see my skin raise. That's how bad I would get my eczema. And for the eczema, I was able, as a matter of fact, I'll tell you what to do for eczema because if to your point, if you can find some of these things that now do not attack, is you don't have to ingest some kind of pill that
Right.
probably is not going to really help you.
Mhm.
And I was scared to actually try the one for eczema because it was so painful. If you ever had eczema, it's painful and you can't stop the itch. But
Right.
it was primrose, geranium, lavender, and chamomile.
Chamomile. Okay.
And it's pretty much all in equal share. So it's so you equally do that. A little bit more on the primrose
Okay.
oil. And when I put that on, literally the whole inflammation went away. And I was scared because it's oil. So in my head, I'm thinking the oil is going to trigger even more. Not
Okay.
it actually
No.
cut
That's
all the inflammation down, especially because geranium that has a lot of healing qualities. It has inflammation and takes away inflammation. So there's the lavender, the chamomile, as you know, is calming. So again, it took all of that the stress off of the skin, and immediately all of that stuff went away.
Yes, I love that. I think somebody asked about arthritis. For me, we use the black seed oil for arthritis, and
Okay.
we also use castor oil. So I take the black seed oil because I have arthritis in my knees. I was diagnosed like a couple years ago. Um, and the doctor was like, if you lose weight, that would help you. So I was like, well, amen to that. Thank you for giving me an actual reason to lose this weight. And I sure did. Um, but that's what we take for arthritis. And like I said, but I would love to know if there is an oil to take. And yes, to the eczema, the more that you keep your skin hydrated, right?
Right.
Then the less it dries out. And that's where a lot of people didn't realize. My son actually was born with eczema, and like he was born where we could peel his skin off like a snake. It
Mm.
was really bad. And then I remember the doctor gave me he was like this like medication that was like an oil, and it was like $200. And I was like, "What?" I was like, "What?
Mm.
Is this really going to help him?" And did it once, but I was like, "Man, this feels like it's just like baby oil with some chemicals in it." Like I was like, "No,
Mhm.
thank you." So then I remember like I had an aunt call me up and she said, "You just get some extra olive oil, baby, and you lather him up like he a turkey, and you just keep him that way." And let me tell you something, we did. We
Yes.
did that for many years. He is now 22. You would never know that he ever had eczema ever had eczema because he has no spots on his body. He doesn't itch. He don't have none of the issues. Everything that he was diagnosed, he was allergic to, eggs and dairy and strawberries and all types of berries and all types of stuff. All of that went away. And the only thing that he's still allergic to this day, which we're not 100% sure, is peanuts. And that's only because he don't care for the smell of peanuts. So he don't want to take the risk. But everything else, he's good with. And like I said, it's so funny how you just get away from the medication that the doctors tell you to take. And you think about it too. Like when they give you a medication, right? Then they go like, this is what'll help you. But here's the side effects.
Yeah. And they're scary and alarming when you hear them all. I want to add something to this too, because what is so key. And as I was listening to you last week and thinking about this now as well, when you change, because you've changed your food also, when you change the microbiome in your gut,
yes,
all of the other things that we're mentioning, right? When you combine that with the oils that Dr. Melissa's mentioning, the oils that Linnell is mentioning, and you change that microbiome in your gut, you are going to start to see things that you thought you had disappear. You know, because a lot of the allergies are related to what's happening internally. So when you start to change the structure of what's happening in your body, then those things will start to dissipate. And then you treat them topically and you treat them internally, and you'll start to see them go away. And you'll be like, I don't even think I have allergies anymore, right?
Yes, I promise you, like mint. So I have allergies, and weird, but I have allergies to my dogs. And it's just the dandruff of them, but I'm not getting rid of my dogs. So at the end of the day, it is what it is. And I definitely ain't taking no shot for many years to say
what,
I got a dog.
That's what I love about the way that you're expressing these things and you're teaching people, because you're not afraid to test your body.
Oh yeah.
Or, or train your body to accept, because doesn't our body accept the false, the fake medicine and all this other stuff? So why not do the same with the actual foods?
Exactly. That's all it did. You were so right. And then, I mean, when they said like, oh, you're allergic to dogs, I said, okay, got you. I have a dog already. And they're like, you're about to get a dog? Yeah. They're like, you really shouldn't. I'm like, it's happening. I'm like, well, you should come back and get a shot for 2 years. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna do that. So I just took the dog and I just like, here, slobber all over me. And it was painful. When I get painful, my throat was closing up and I had rashes everywhere. It was the most horrible feeling, but I did it. And we've now had him for 12 years. And no, I don't break out like that any longer. And I just, you know what, mint, really, to be honest with you, I have, I regrow mint and I just take mint leaf and I just eat that. I just eat a mint leaf and it really does help with my allergies. I haven't had much issues at all with allergies in the last, I would say 2 years since I just eat mint. Another thing is golden seal. So the golden seal root. Ooh, feel like a tingling sensation up here, like your lymph nodes is just growing. You feel like I'm just cough. Get some golden seal root. I promise y'all gonna be like, what in the world is happening here? Because I feel so much better. I don't need NyQuil. I don't need orange juice. I don't need none of that. Just a little golden seal. Boom, you're done. You feel so much better. I have not. We were talking about me and my husband. I don't think I've been sick in. Let me see here. I caught sick last year for 1 day. It was 1 day, and I was funny. And then the year before that was one time. So the last, like I would say 3, maybe 4 years, I think we've been sick once. And it's funny because every time we've been sick, it's been because of something that I'm like, oh, God said stop. Like I was trying to tell you to stop and you not listening. So now I got to put this on. You sit down, rest. All right. And I'm like, oh, okay, thank you for teaching me. I needed to pay attention to that. That's what it was. Oh,
yeah.
We know that, right?
That's for sure. Pay attention. That's a word right there. So pay attention to that, everybody.
Some stuff.
Your body.
I'm gonna show you how to listen.
Listen to your body. Your body will teach you about itself. That's one thing I had to learn. My body really does teach me a lot about myself. I'm like, oh, I don't like that. Oh no, that doesn't taste good. Oh no, I shouldn't. Okay, I shouldn't do that. No, I shouldn't listen to that. No, I shouldn't think this. No, right? Your body is always constantly, if you pay attention to it, it'll tell you, right?
It speaks to you. Yes, it
does. It speaks to you so much. Yeah.
One of the other things that Oh, go ahead. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
no, go ahead.
One of the other things that I enjoyed learning about was, I think all of us grew up in church and we've heard all these things. And one of the big things we always heard in church is frankincense and myrrh, right? And we used to always see it as it read in the Bible how they would use that. That is one of the main oils that really goes towards pain and arthritis.
Yes.
Frankincense has a
Frankincense and myrrh.
lot of,
Okay.
yeah, a lot of real healing qualities. They think that's one of that's one of the big oils that works towards that. So, the Bible was telling us something back then, and like you said, and we just listened. The
No,
Bible was already telling us how to heal so many things. So
Mhm.
we have to go back, and I got my frankincense right here in front of me.
I love it.
I love it. So I was going to say before we close out the show, can you give us, do you have like a top 3 or 5 that you would say to incorporate into your daily life? It could be herbs, it could be food, whatever
Right.
that is.
yes,
Oh, food,
Oil.
sourdough. I would say that sourdough is huge for us. It's really good for your gut. If you're using any like yeast in your food, watch that because that's a lot of times causing the eczema. The yeast is the dandruff in your hair. Any like you feel like your bowel movements are not correct. A lot of times it's the yeast that's going on in your body. If you feel like you got like rashes or dry skin, a lot of times it's yeast, and yeast isn't actually in a lot of foods that we eat, especially processed foods. So pay attention to that. So I would say if you could get sourdough, really simple and easy, just a
Mhm.
cup of flour to cup of water and a jar. Mix it together and then just add to it every single day. Okay. Well, no, the second day, don't add to it. Let it sit. The third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh day, add to it. 1 cup of water, 1 cup of flour, and just stir it. And then it needs to sit on the counter and you watch it ferment itself. If you could ferment a lot of your food, that's the second thing I would say would be a great thing for you to do. Like bananas, after you eat a banana, just don't throw the peel away. Take it and put it in the water. You can actually brew it. You can drink it. It'll help your skin. Okay. Helps with the lacticity in your body. It will help with plants. If you have plants, you can pour the water of banana in a plant and it'll help grow. It'll give it minerals. Another thing I would say is herbs, lots of herbs, more than anything else, like mint and rosemary and sage and thyme. Cook with a lot of herbs more than you would actual natural seasonings that you get from the store. I know things sound good, like but that new barbecue sauce they just did the commercials and all of all of that's great, but watch what you put in your body. Take
yeah.
away sugar. Try to eliminate sugar as much as possible from your body. If you could just cut the sugar and do a lot of like natural sugars, but if you need it, like if you have kids, I know my kids were conditioned to have sugar for many years, but now that I've taken it away, now they when they do have things with sugar in it, they don't actually like it. It's like
Because
crazy.
it's too much. That's
Yes,
right.
it is. And
I'm
then,
with
well, like I said, I also explained to them what it is, like how it will not heal their body. They will stay sick more, and I teach them about the just the positive part of what their longevity would be for their body. And so that is really important for them to know. And now everything is like, is that good for me? Is that not good for me? What else should I say? Just try to create your own food, create your own laundry detergents. It's very simple, very easy. A box of Borax, a box of the Armor Hammer Super, it's like a yellow box. You'll see it. Get like a Zote bar that you see at the store and grind it up, put it all together, whatever essential oil that you want, put it in there, stir it up, 1 little teaspoon, throw it in your laundry detergent. It'll last you much longer than anything you're going to buy at the store, and it's cleaner for you. Okay. If you need fabric softener, just do vinegar. Vinegar is great. You can take the same essential oil that you had in your in your laundry detergent, put it in your vinegar, and then put that inside as your fabric softener.
Mm.
So I'm trying to think. Dryer sheets. You don't need dryer sheets any longer. You can get a wool ball, or you can get a cheaper, which is a tennis ball. Okay,
yeah.
you can take a little tennis ball and you can put it in a jar. Stick the vinegar in it. Take the same thing. It's no different than the fabric softener, and then put that inside of the dryer with your clothes. Boom, you'll be fine.
I
What else?
love it. I love it. We have to go. This is time once again. It's like it's
God.
so much. We appreciate you so much, Linnell, for being here and for sharing all of your knowledge that you have attained so much knowledge that you've given us.
Goodness.
Appreciate that so much. Everybody out there, listen, stay tuned for Fem Talk. We'll be back next week at 8:30 p.m. And Linnell, you're still gonna have to come back at some point.
Yes.
This is way
We
too
are
much.
not letting you go.
Love you guys.
We appreciate you. Take care, everyone.